For my guest today, we have Ms. Sammie. She is the Veteran Affairs Director here at ULL, and she's going to share with us information about how to get involved with UL through admissions and helping the veterans in this area with their GI Bill. So, Ms. Sammie, how you doing?
Hi, great. Good to be here.
Okay, pretty good. Well, tell us what's going on, just exactly what you do over here to help the veterans.
Well, the office is the Office of Veteran Services here at UL, and we mainly process GI Bill for incoming student veterans. And not only GI Bill, some students also receive National Guard exemptions or other military or veteran benefits. So we help them really initially from the beginning. We help them get through admissions. If need be, we help them register for classes, make sure they're getting classes in their degree. And any services they need while they're students here, whether it's on campus or off campus, veteran services, we assist them in any way we can. We're kind of like a one-stop.
So more or less you help them get their GI Bill. You do the paperwork to make sure that they have the necessary funds from the VA to go to school, right?
Right. Because initially they start with the VA with the application, but we kind of walk them through it a little bit, and then we do paperwork in our office to make sure they get their funds in on time.
Okay. For the veterans, since we're already in the semester, what's the time frame to get involved, like for next semester?
So if they're coming next semester, the spring, which starts January 14th, I'd probably say to start within the next couple of weeks, maybe the beginning of November, getting their GI Bill applied for, going through that process, because it could take a little bit, it could take a little while. They have to apply with the VA, they get their letter of eligibility, and then they bring that to our office, and we go from there.
Okay. I didn't think it would take that early. I mean,
it's good to start it early. Typically, probably best case scenario could be about 3 weeks for them to get a response, but we just say to start the earlier the better, especially because we have a 2-week Christmas break that the university will be closed for, so we give them a little extra time.
Okay, that's good. So what type of, what type of courses, just about any course, 4-year course that?
Well, here we have 4-year degrees, bachelor's degrees, and of course master's degrees. So both can be used benefits for. And as long as they're taking courses in their major, the VA will pay for them. So we make sure that the students are taking the proper courses and to achieve their degree. But the GI Bill can also be used for technical colleges, 2-year degrees at other schools.
Okay. Do they have a grade quota that you have to maintain?
Certain GPAs?
Yeah, certain GPAs.
Not really with the VA benefits. They just have to maintain good standing, good academic standing, and also, which is really staying off of academic suspension. So if they get below a 2.0 GPA, they may be put on probation. They can still get their benefits when they're on probation, but if they're on suspension, they're suspended from coming to school, and they're not able to get their benefits. But usually it takes a little while to get to that, and we try to prevent that, or try to intercept as much as we can. Making sure they're getting tutoring and talking to professors.
Okay. When they apply for the VA benefits, the money, does it come to you all directly and not to the veteran?
Well, it depends. There's the two main type of benefits are very different. The original Montgomery GI Bill, that's Chapter 30. Those benefits go directly to the veteran, and they're responsible for making payments on their tuition. Now, if they're with the new GI Bill, the post 9/11 Chapter 33, there's 3 parts to that. There's a monthly stipend, a tuition payment, and a book allowance. The monthly stipend and the book allowance go directly to the student, and then the tuition payment comes to the school.
Okay. When the veteran comes in here, do they have an age bracket?
No, of course not. No, there's no age bracket. But typically, it's anywhere between mid-20s up until 56. I have some older students that come in and go to college. Of course, it's a different type of adjustment, so we kind of help them through that. But because it's difficult sitting in a class with 18, 19-year-olds, that's a different.
Well, I went to college. I didn't care. Also, too, the GI Bill, you find that do they need to take an ACT test score to get in?
To
I
get
know,
into-
I remember when I got in, just because you were a veteran, you didn't have to take the ACT. Because that was
Right.
years ago. But,
Right, the university does have selective admission, so that an ACT score is required. There's also some different types to get into the university. If they're transfer students, if they have credit from other schools, they can apply as a transfer. So we just recommend that they go through our admissions office and make sure they're meeting the proper standards. And even if they don't have the ACT score, we can refer them to our Veterans Upward Bound department we have
Okay.
here. And that's a pre-college program where they can start out there and getting some help with ACT or getting some classes out of the way.
that'd be just like a tutoring. Because I went to Upward Bound for about 2 semesters. I was just trying to brush up on my Excel
Right.
and Word and all this other
Yeah.
stuff, but to meet my requirements for my job. Do you find that the older veterans, say like myself, say 50s and 60s, are they comfortable with the computer, and do they have?
Some are, but we do refer a lot of veterans to the Veterans Upward Bound program because they don't have to be a student at UL. It's pre-college, so they can go in there and take some computer skills courses, or if they want to come to college, they can get some ACT preparation. So usually the Veterans Upward Bound program can help them if they're trying to get some additional skills like
Yeah.
that.
Could they, if they have some difficulty, what about SLCC?
Sure.
The courses there will help them. It's like, I know UL, like a lot of other colleges, they're getting away from courses that, I guess,
Like remedial.
yeah,
yes.
like remedial. So
Right.
if you're having some difficulty, would
Right.
SLCC be a better point to start?
Yeah, it's a great way to get your feet wet. Get some classes, some either remedial or prerequisite courses out of the way, like maths and Englishes, and the majority of it will transfer here to the university to a degree program.
Okay, so it is automatically transferred.
Right, right.
You accept everything.
Well, as long as we have something here that's comparable to it, yes, the basic Englishes and regular level courses are accepted.
Okay. I do know that working with veterans as a veteran representative, I find that the veterans, especially the older generation, my generation before, we have difficulty with change. And technology right now is changing so fast. I mean, even like myself, I know a lot about computers, but to be honest with you, I gotta go to my children to
Right.
teach me what's going on. So as far as the veterans are concerned, I find that the younger veterans, it just falls right into place. And do you find that they are having difficulty sometimes, as far as dealing with the courses here?
I haven't really heard of any students tell me, but if they do, we usually recommend them to either go through the Veterans Upward Bound or take some supplementary courses at the community college or with the continuing education department here.
Okay, because I've run across a couple of young ones that we don't know what's going on. So as far as the amount of money, what is the normal for full-time college? 12 hours or better?
12 hours is full-time.
Full-time, and anything below 12 hours would be considered part-time?
Right, there's, 6 hours would be half-time, and then 9 hours would be 3/4 time. So their amount that they would get from the GI Bill would be adjusted accordingly.
Okay, now would that be enough to pay for tuition and books?
With the regular Montgomery GI Bill, the original Montgomery GI
Yes.
Bill, they'll get between $1,600 to $1,800 per month that they're in school, and tuition is about $3,600 for full time. So some of those funds, of course, they'll be
$3,600 for a semester?
right.
Well, it's been a long time since I've been going to school. But if that's the case, then as long as they know if they got that amount, as long as they stay in, they can also pay for the semester. And they may have something left over.
Right, because the semester's typically 3.5 to 4 months, so they'll get that payment at least 3.5 times.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'll tell you what would you say would be the best advice you can give to a veteran coming in to see you? What do they have to bring in?
well, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, sometimes we'd like them to have been prepared and done their research as far as, what benefit they're going to use, but we can definitely help with that here. We'll show them the different options. Now, we can't choose for them, but
Right.
some veterans may be eligible for more than one type of benefit. So
Okay.
it's kind of up to them to say, okay, here's the amounts,
Okay.
how do you want to use it? And also, if they haven't taken their ACT, maybe to look into doing that, into signing up, but we can help them with that here too.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, this is the end of this segment, and I'm sure Ms. Sammie will be back with us to spread the word. So, Ms. Sammie, how you doing? Goodbye.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you.
You too.
Congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you.
All right then. Catch you later. Bye-bye.